Once upon a time, in feudal Japan, a brutal war raged. No one foresaw its conclusion. At least, not in the manner in which it unfolded. And now, the evil Shogun Kigai has kidnapped Princess Koto in order to sacrifice her for his resurrection ritual. But there is hope. Two courageous ninjas have stepped forward. The battle among humans has ceased, and in its place, a new battle has begun. Humans against demons.
Father.
Whoever you are, thank you.
You believe you can vanquish Shogun Kigai?
Your spirit is encouraging.
Kunjo, something is coming.
You are better than I thought. What do you think, Gurren?
What are you here for, anyway?
To eviscerate Shogun Kigai. No matter what cost.
Your eyes do not lie. We want the same thing. We will defeat Kigai together.
Come on, this way.
My efforts to prove myself greatest genetic scientist through experiments such as 621 have met with little success. Though I have high hopes for my latest creation, 626, which should develop into a perfect boxing machine, thanks to loving care of Jumba. At last, enough DNA to power my new teleportation device. Now we can go to new worlds. We can gather different DNA samples, and I can create new genetic experiments. Now is the time for action. 626, get moving! Ah, the jungle. Teeming with life. Plenty sources for DNA, no? Look, an alien. Wrong. You are made to be ultimate weapon, not gaze at sunset 66. Destroy. A secret! You exceed even my expectations, 626. Collect the reels to unlock secrets in the game. Look around you, six.
Let's try it one more time. 621 good, 626 bad.
We shouldn't be in the research center without security clearance. I'm telling you, I heard gunshots. They'll kill us if they find out. Come on, coward. Nikolai, the light! Stupid torch. Does nothing in this army work.
Lockdown initiated. No foreign bodies detected. Releasing lockdown.
Fascinating.
How about a little fire?
Hi, I'm Matt Hoffman, pro bike rider. Ride vert. As long as I can walk, I'll be riding, you know? Fresh start. I'm retiring that ramp. Like I'm not good. I tore it down. Like I came to and I was just like, I looked through my baby's eyes. I'm like, would she want me to do that? I'm saying, so I tore that ramp down. I was like, okay, I'm happy with 26 and a half, and we're gonna leave it at that. Probably the first time I started riding ramps, I was 10 years old, so I've been riding for 20 years. People call me the Condor. I thought it was like because it was soaring bird or something, you know, because they fly high, but then I saw what it's doing. It wasn't the prettiest bird, so I was like, man, maybe they're making fun of me this whole time. I was kind of involved in it when the sport was really evolving, you know, and there was just a lot of trial and error, and I've broken a lot. I mean, I've probably broken like 50 bones, you know. I've had 14 operations, over 200 stitches, knocked out over 50 times. I've been in mild coma. If you can justify that many injuries because of a passion you have, you know, it's pretty, I think that it defines, you know, what it means to you. There's nothing that brings you back and gets you back on your bike other than passion. Medical science, I'm lucky I live in an era I live in. I don't think about that when I roll in on my bike, you know, I'm thinking about riding and what I can do and what can I create, and it makes you feel alive, you know. Hopefully you'll see me 50 years old, you know, and dropping in, you know, but time will tell. You know, I always say if you want to experience all the pleasure and successes life has to offer, you have to be willing and able to take all the pain and failures, you know, and that's what I've always done, you know, and you know, try to, you know, do things your way, be different, be yourself, and that's all that counts. I never realized that the best way to really promote our sport was to make a good game. Activision approached me and they just were known for making the best games that represented our sport. And so I was just like, oh, what a cool opportunity. It's PlayStation 2, so it's just it's a different game. You know, it's a different engine since the first one was the Tony Hawk engine. It was kind of like a bike that rode like a skateboard sort of, you know, but now it's like, it's a bike that really flows like a bike and like all the styles and all the, like how it jumps, and it's just, I don't know, it just represents bike riding very well. You know how like you usually do a trick and then you just like ride through the next ramp, you just like, and just get kind of boring. Now you can like flip it around, doing dump trucks, you can do like whip lashes, or just rack up points going from one area of the course to another area of the course, you know? And that looks really, I mean, it just really adds so much to the game, I think. So with this game, you can do a variation, and then you can actually take a hand off, or then after you do the one variation, you can actually manipulate it to take, you know, a foot off, or, you know, you can, in the variation, you can manipulate it into something else, you know? So it's like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of, you can come up with your own variations, you know, which is kind of what we do when we ride, you know? So it should be, I think it's going to be great. All the physics and stuff are very equivalent to the real thing, so when you play it, you actually feel like you're riding. Like, I'll be pumping the ramp and stuff, you know, and so it's great even whenever I'm injured, you know. I can use that as a simulator. The premise of the second game is us on the road on a tour, you know. Went to all these parks unannounced, you know, and just showed up and just toured around the U.S. for a while and just rode. Documented all that and put it into, integrated into the video game, and it implements like more personality into the characters, more character into the characters, gives it more depth. And so now, like, when you pick one of the riders, there's 11 guys in the game, and there's 9 levels, and got like 99 videos that you can unlock in the game now. It's gonna be pretty intense, I think. Once the game was finished and was playing with it and playing all the demos, it just became like I realized it made bike riding like immortal for me. You know, like, it's a great game, and it's also it's a game that has a lot of depth about it, who we are and what we're about and our culture. And so I'm ecstatic about it. I think it's going to be really excited to let people release this and let people experience it. You know.
I'm Martin Edmondson, the founder of the development company behind Driver and Destruction Derby, and this is our latest game, Stuntman. The game was inspired by Hollywood action type of films, and basically in the game you play the part of one of those stuntmen who's working on 6 different movie productions, from low-budget films in London, working his way eventually up to being in Hollywood, working on some major blockbuster James Bond style of pictures. What we're trying to do with Stuntman is really draw a link between movies and the games by allowing you to play the part of a stuntman who's working on an actual film. In fact, when you finish the films that you're working on, you get to see the theatrical trailer of the film you've just completed.
You'd think he'd say no. Other guys wouldn't even consider it. But we push him right to the edge. And he always comes back for more.
realistic. When we drop, you go ballistic.
Find him at every major production. Cairo, Monaco, Bangkok. What do you do with a guy that drives like that? You hire him.
I love it.
I thought you'd retired.
Why did they bring you out of retirement then?
I can't tell you how happy I am that you were alive after all. I knew this moment would come.
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I knew he had the real thing up his sleeve.
So all the other ones were dummies?
A deception for our own protection.
Right. It was a cover-up all along. That's all there is to it.
Why are you repeating the same mistake?
You're changing sides now?
Change sides? I don't recall saying I was on yours. It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Are you afraid of what might be hidden inside?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality...
Forget it. We're wasting time. We can figure this out later.
Don't worry. It's a game just like usual.
We're here on our own, not under anyone's orders. We have our own battles.
Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
There's a war going on here.
This is a military mission.
Experience?
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
VR, huh?
That's far more effective than live exercises.
This situation, I find it very nostalgic. Yeah, well, I doubt it accurately simulates the events of that mission.
Freeze. But nothing seems real.
There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural, only cutting-edge technology.
It's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Jack, snap out of it.
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Nobody's aware of it, but there's a subsystem in place. It's about to be activated.
Complete your mission according to the simulation.
What are you keeping from me?
I am not keeping back anything. It's not as though I'm told all the facts either.
We still need you to take care of a few things. This time, do not fail us.
just continue your mission.
Everyone knows that it's a dangerous substance.
It's unbelievable.
Is this according to simulation 2?
The Lale Nule Lo.
In related news, this planet has recently been suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures. The city's administration has assured this reporter that every step has been taken to eradicate these nuisances.
Together, we can put a stop to this madness.
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
What's a rhino, anyway?
Rip ya a new one.
What did you just say to me?
Darla Gratch, Channel 64 News.
What? 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 What?